What if the secret to transforming your struggling plants into vibrant, thriving specimens has been sitting in your kitchen all along, hiding in something you've probably poured down the drain countless times? The Amish have quietly used this humble technique for generations, watching their gardens flourish while the rest of us reach for expensive fertilizers and complicated chemical concoctions. This is rice wash, and it's about to change everything you thought you knew about feeding your plants. The ancient secret, Amish rice wash, unveiled. The Amish have long been masters of sustainable, self-sufficient living, and their gardening practices reflect centuries of accumulated wisdom passed down through generations. Among their most treasured techniques is the use of rice wash as a powerful plant tonic, a practice so simple that, honestly, many modern gardeners initially dismiss it as too good to be true. But here's what makes this method absolutely fascinating. It works on principles that modern science has only recently begun to understand and validate. When you rinse rice before cooking, you're actually creating a nutrient-rich liquid teeming with beneficial compounds that act as both a fertilizer and a soil conditioner, fundamentally transforming the growing environment around your plant's roots. The beauty of this technique lies not just in its effectiveness, but in its accessibility. You don't need specialized equipment, expensive ingredients, or, advanced horticultural knowledge. If you cook rice, you already have everything you need to start implementing this game-changing practice in your own garden. Beyond the hype, let's talk about the science of rice wash. Understanding why rice wash works so spectacularly requires diving into what actually makes up this cloudy, milky liquid. When you rinse raw rice, you're releasing a complex mixture of starches, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and beneficial microorganisms that naturally colonize rice grains. These starches serve as a premium food source for soil microbes, the invisible army of bacteria and fungi that form the foundation of healthy living soil. When you apply rice wash to your garden, you're essentially throwing a feast for the beneficial microorganisms already living in your soil. These microbes break down the starches and other organic compounds, multiplying rapidly and creating a thriving biological community around your plant roots. As these microorganisms metabolize the nutrients in rice wash, they release enzymes and organic acids that make previously unavailable nutrients in your soil accessible to plant roots. This process, called nutrient cycling, is the cornerstone of sustainable agriculture and, honestly, it's the secret behind those incredibly productive Amish gardens. The amino acids present in rice wash are the building blocks of proteins, and plants use them to construct everything from enzymes to structural tissues. By providing readily available amino acids, rice wash allows plants to divert energy away from synthesizing these compounds and instead focus that energy on growth, flowering, and fruit production. Amish approved step-by-step rice wash application. Creating your rice wash couldn't be simpler. Start with any type of uncooked rice and place about 1 cup in a bowl with 2 to 3 cups of clean water. Agitate the rice vigorously with your hands, swirling and rubbing the grains together for about 30 seconds to a minute. You'll notice the water quickly becoming cloudy and milky white as the starch and nutrients are released. This cloudy water is your liquid gold. Strain the rice from the water and collect that precious cloudy liquid. For most garden applications, dilute this concentrated rice wash with additional water at a ratio of about 1 part rice wash to 2 parts clean water. For established plants, you'll want to pour the diluted rice wash directly onto the soil around the base of each plant, making sure to wet the entire root zone. Now, seedlings and young transplants really benefit from gentler applications, so it's best to use a watering can with a rose attachment for those. The frequency of application really depends on your plant's needs, but most gardeners find that applying rice wash once every week to 10 days produces excellent results. Heavy feeders like tomatoes, peppers and squash especially appreciate frequent rice wash treatments, while herbs and leafy greens tend to do well with less frequent applications. The beauty of rice wash extends far beyond its effectiveness as a plant tonic. This technique represents everything sustainable gardening should be: waste reduction, resource efficiency, and working in harmony with natural soil processes. Every time you rinse rice for dinner, you're creating an opportunity to nourish your garden instead of sending valuable nutrients down the drain. The cost is essentially zero, the environmental impact is minimal, and the results speak louder than any marketing campaign for commercial fertilizers. As you incorporate rice wash into your gardening routine, you're joining a tradition that stretches back centuries, connecting with the wisdom of gardeners who understood that the best solutions often come from observation and respect for natural systems. Start saving your rice wash today, and watch as this simple practice transforms your relationship with your garden and the soil that sustains it. If you found this guide valuable and want to continue discovering time-tested, sustainable gardening techniques that actually work, subscribe to The Living Soil Lab. Share this video with fellow gardeners who are ready to unlock their garden's true potential without breaking the bank or relying on synthetic chemicals. Your thriving garden awaits.